Hi, my name is Patrick. This video is to tell you 1 month to MBA CET, what should be your preparation schedule. A broad idea. Look, as when you come closer to the exam, you need to prepare more. The more you prepare, the better it is. Also, you need to increase the number of mocks. Okay, so broadly, I would say 4 mocks a week, with analysis. So key is to analyze. If you feel you're comfortable with the exam, you can also go to 6 mocks a week. That's perfectly all right. But if you feel no, you have areas to improve, then you need to set extra days for practice. Right? So 4 mocks a week with analysis is what would be the ideal. Also, apart from that, on non-mock days when you're practicing, practice 4 to 8 hours a day. You need to practice more so that you are comfortable with the paper pattern, etc. Also, read minimum half an hour a day. Reading is important because reading helps you to build speed. Because in the examination, whether you read mathematics question or you read English question, you are going to read. And having a good reading ability helps to build speed. Also, a small calculation because there is no calci. So for maths and DI, etc., you may require a bit of calculations. Be comfortable with simple calculations. Schedule technically, as I said, 4 mocks. 4 days where you write mocks. 2 days you practice, general practice as such. And 1 day, what you need to do is go back to all your previous mocks just to revise those mocks. See what have you done wrong, what have you gone right, what is the strategy with regards to those mocks. That is 1 day in a week you should spend on just revising all the previous mocks so that you are aware of your mistakes and you don't repeat them. That's basic idea. Also, whenever you write a mock, ensure that you make a written down analysis of the mock. So whatever you're doing, analyze the mock, write it down, find out. So on mock days, spend around 2.5 hours on mock. Obviously, the paper is 2.5 hours, so 2.5 hours of mocks. You will have to analyze properly. So at least as much time in analysis, 2.5 hours to 3 hours analysis, every question, where have you spent more time, where have you spent less time, which question you should prioritize, whether your strategy worked or not. The key is to experiment with the strategy and find whether your strategy has really worked or not. Apart from that, spend 1 to 2 hours practicing logic and abstract. And normally recommend you should practice logic, abstract reasoning on a regular basis because those are the things that improve with practice. And the more you practice those questions, the more the pattern comes to your mind and you'll be more comfortable solving. Try to practice logic and abstract reasoning every day. Separate 1 to 2 hour session. Apart from that, I said reading is important, so do reading and calculation. And while you're analyzing the mock, identify areas to improve. Okay, so you need to practice on non-mock days. So there'll be some areas you feel, no, I need to practice this separately. It's based on your mock performance. So identify those areas and practice. On non-mock days, divide your time into 2 parts. One are the areas to improve. So when you solve the mock, you identified, oh, I need to practice extra on parajumbles. I need to practice extra on abstract. To focus on practicing those separately for 2 to 3 hours, those areas which you need areas to implement. And maybe 1 to 3 hours general practice. What you practice every day, a little bit of math, a little bit of English. Just keep practicing, maybe give a few tests and try to be comfortable with it. And again, practice logic and abstract reasoning as far as possible, 1 to 2 hours every day, and reading and calculations. Again, I repeat, the reason we practice logic and abstract regularly is because they normally improve with practice. Because the pattern remains in your mind and there's a huge weightage. Half the paper is logic and abstract remaining. So automatic focus and prepare on those aspects. I hope this will help you. We'll come up with more videos that will help you with regards to CET. All the best.